Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the sound test room. Hope you are all well. Today we are taking a look at mainly this is a tutorial for Eventide TimeFactor's looper. Okay, so you wouldn't normally think of TimeFactor as a looper, but it does have a looper setting, but it's generally ignored because it's like a delay. I mean, it's one of the best delays in the world, and it contains all these different delay algorithms. Some of them we already have on iOS, some of them we don't. However, actually, I don't think we do have any of these on iOS yet, do we? Anyway, I'm sure we will get some of the algorithms sooner or later. However, it has a looper, and the looper is genius. So I've got this looper is as close to Gauss in a hardware pedal ever. And when I started to dig into how the looper worked, I was just shocked and stunned, because initially when I first got this from Eventide, I glanced over the manual, as you do, and kind of just then dive into all this kind of delay stuff that you can do. Anyway, the other thing is I've got Space, which is doing this Hell's Gate preset at the moment, which is one of the shimmer algorithms. And then it's a ModFactor, which is, so what's basically happening is that we've got the Volca FM going first into the ModFactor, then into the space pedal. Then from the space pedal, the last thing in the chain is the TimeFactor. Now, the thing to remember is when you're using TimeFactor looper mode, is it disables everything else. It disables all the delays, so you're not going to be able to use it as a delay. So that's one thing to remember. It functions basically as a looper. And then we have Volca FM here being processed by all this stuff. Right, so here's the sound. And that's running through Space and ModFactor. Lovely. Now, when you first turn this on and you want to set it up as a looper, what you want to do is you want to set how it records. That's the first thing you want to be doing. So the delay mix button here, the mix button is just the mix button between the looped signal and the wet signal coming in. So the dry signal from your keys, and then the signal that's going to be looped. So when it's looping, you can mix between the two signals. The delay mix knob here, just let me get rid of this a second. Hang on. The delay mix knob here, this will show you how many seconds looping you've got. Now at the moment, you'll see that I've got it's 12 seconds of looping, and this depends on the speed. At normal speed, like so at 1-to-1 looping, top quality audio will give you 12 seconds of looping. Okay, so don't forget, this is quite an old machine now. It's quite an old effect unit. But it will give you 12 seconds of pristine quality looping. You can overdub as much as you like, as you would with, as you would with anything else. So you've got the speed control. Now, the speed control, if I turn the speed control, you'll see it at speed 1 time. If I turn it to 2 times, that will give me 6 seconds of quality looping. Okay, so 1 times. Half time will give me 24 seconds of quality looping. Okay, but the audio quality will be reduced. Okay, so, and then you've got quarter time of looping, which will give you 48 seconds of looping, but that quality then will be reduced even further, so it will be bit reduced. So if you want 48 seconds of quality looping, so I'll put it onto 1/4 speed, and you'll see now that the delay knob here reflects at 48 seconds of looping time. The quality is reduced. You can set the actual length of the loop time here as well. So we've looped for 16.7 seconds, or you can set it to BPM. I want to use this more like Gauss, so I'm going to leave it on free running. But to change it, all you need to do is press this button here, and it goes into tempo mode, and then you can see kind of when we get this back like this, it'll go into beats like that. But I'm going to leave this on 1 times speed. I'm going to go off onto tempo off and have it on 11 seconds. So that's set up for that. I'm going to record it. Initially, we're going to use this to record 12 seconds of audio. We don't have to record. We can stop at any time we like, as we can with any looper. The next section here is how you want your loop to loop, if you like. So like play once. When you record it, we'll play it once and stop. You play it and loop it. Auto loop is the one you would use mostly, because that will just keep looping after you've pressed active, which is record. Then you have auto play reverse direction. What happens is it will record in the right direction, okay, but then you can swap direction with this pedal as it's playing back. All this will become clear, or depending on how you have your speed control set up. Now these controls change once you've recorded a loop, okay, and then your filter is your filter, okay. So I'm going to leave this on my 1 times, and I'm going to set this to autoplay loop. And the last thing you want to be setting up is not this one here. This is your decay. You want to, at the moment, leave your decay on 0. But if you have it on 100, each time you play a loop, the previous loop will disappear. But if you have it on decay set anywhere between 0 and 100, the loop underneath the loop you're recording will fade out, just like it does in Gauss. Okay, these two we'll get to in a sec. So I'm going to at the moment just record normally, so it just overdubs and keeps the looped file. So that would be decay 0. And last but not least is how the loop works. So at the moment we've got, I'm on right D latch. So this means that I press this, I can let go and it will record. If you have it on D punch, means that you hold on to it while it's recording, and as soon as you want it to stop recording, you release it. Again, this will stuff. And then you have D replace and latch replace. Okay, so we're going to leave it on D latch. Now I don't want to be using any tempo stuff or anything like that. I want this to behave like Gauss would behave on the iPad. So I'm just going to record some random stuff in. So now we're looping. And I can restart anytime I want and stop it there. Now, depending on how I have my knob set, I'm going to lose the plot in a minute. Depending on how I have the knob button switch, which at the moment is on autoplay loop. If I have on reverse, this knob then does something different, which we can get into it in a sec. So let's play it again. And I'll record something over it. Still looping. Now, some of the really very cool things you can do once you've got your loop recorded is you can manipulate it in so many different ways, and it's just absolutely epic. It really is. So let's look at this. Delay, these two knobs here, which are delay time A and delay time B, have nothing to do with delays. Everything changes when you're in the looper. These become loop start and loop end. Okay, and once your loop is recorded, the speed control literally becomes a speed control, and the depth control becomes the intervals between which you change the speed, like octaves, fifths, chromatic, sevenths, etc. Like, but we'll do these first. So we've got this loop running now like this. So watch this now. Stop. Now it's going in reverse. The depth control becomes now, you can see if it defaults to octaves, but you can change that. But we can have octaves, we can have octave plus a fifth, we can have a dominant seventh, chromatic, and smooth. So if we have it on smooth, you might imagine now that the speed will just very smoothly ramp up and down, and that's exactly what it does. In forward or reverse. But if you have it set to something like chromatic, so we can mix between So now we've got that running at twice the speed, more or less. We can change the sound on our instrument that's coming in. So at any time you want to get rid of everything you've just done, you hit this twice. So once it's stopped and it'll say empty, and then you're back to being able to set it up as you like. So we'll do this time half. Let's stick with ×1, and I'll show you the decay feature, which is also really very nice. So let's choose a different algorithm. I'm just going to turn the volume down a bit. Hang on. Let's give it some just a bit of an ordinary reverb. Okay, so I'm going to record now using the decay feature. So I'm going to have it decay at about 35, maybe 42%. And I'm going to make sure I'm still on this. But I'll just stop it before it gets to 12 seconds. And this time I'll record with autoplay reverse on, but I'll still have my speed going forward. And this won't really matter at this point. It can be set at octaves because we can change the divisions of the scale afterwards. So I'm going to record some just a few notes in. So. So the previous loops are just fading out. So I'll leave that again on 0. And I'll make sure my direction is still in reverse direction. Bearing in mind it won't reverse direction unless I have the speed set in reverse. Then anything that's recorded will record in reverse, like for instance like this. I'll set this at 1 and I'll play a few notes like this. See? However, if we have it set in reverse direction and we record forward, the very cool thing is we can now use the foot switch to switch the direction of the loop. So let's pick another sound. Let's pick. So we'll just record some of that kind of stuff. I'll actually record it without the reverb, so you can, and without. And let's get a sound that's kind of more. Yeah, that sounds nice reversed. So. So completely normal until we hit the play button. But if I record over the top now, it'll be in the right direction. Until I reverse it, then this will return to going forward and the new loop will be played backwards. Find some really interesting places. And what's cool about this mode, I discovered that wherever you have your loop start and loop end point set, when you go into overdub mode, only that section of the loop will record in that section. So when you open out the loop to full start and end points, that what you record won't be there, but it will be still in the section that you've just recorded. So if I find a more So we've got a very short loop point here. That the loop points are between 0.08 and 1.5 seconds, so barely half a second. So let's play it. Let's make it a little bit longer. And I'll just engage record. It doesn't matter when I come in. Right? But when I open it out, and you'll notice that it works off the speed setting as well. It's awesome stuff. It does a lot. It does a lot of what Gauss does. Obviously, Gauss does more because the software and it's newer. I think it's nice though. Let's have a mess, shall we? Let's have this. I want to show you some of the actual different qualities that you kind of achieve when you start to reduce the actual, when you increase the recording time, you're decreasing the quality of the recorded playback. However, in some circumstances, especially for me, that's not a bad thing. That's actually quite nice. You know, the actual 1989 audio quality thing in Gauss, it's kind of like that when you increase it. So, oh no, yeah, no, it can look, if we go into tempo mode. Sorry, Melvin. Yeah, it does display beats as well. Got switch tempo mode on, and now you're recording in like it's got to catch up with itself. Let me just set the speed at 1 times, and then you'll see at the normal time it will record at 12 beats. Yeah, so yeah, but I'm using it in free running kind of mode. Right, so what I'm going to do is set my speed at 1/4. Oh no, for this stuff to be obvious, we need to have a clear loop. Okay, sorry. So setting on at the moment is on, you'll see 48 seconds or anything in between 48 seconds. Because our speed is now set on 1/4, we can leave the depth knob, which is the actual tuning. We can leave that set on octaves. We can adjust that anytime we like. But now if we go into tempo, you will see that it needs time to catch up. They're old. You'll see the little run for 72 beats. And it's all, you can MIDI clock it as well. It's all MIDI clockable. So we're going to still run this at 1/4 speed. And I'm going to go back to tempo off and leave it on 42. But it's for you to hear the quality. So we need a sound that's clean. Yeah, this organ sound you'll hear. 10. So I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna record some stuff. Let's put that on rotary, shall we? By the way, the filter knob literally is just a filter. Well, you won't hear it because there's nothing recorded into it yet, but... So I'm going to record some stuff. Doesn't really matter what. Remember, we've got up to 48 seconds if we want. So you're getting that bit reduction now, which to me is quite pleasant. I quite like that. But you still have all your other. If we set this to, say, smooth. How brilliant is this? Seriously though. What you have to realise as well is that you might be, if you have one of these or you ever get one or you ever get a chance to have a mess with it, you have to wait for the loop to run through its full sequence before the actual start and end points for the next load will come in. So sort of thing, if you're playing it and you think, gosh, why isn't it working? Like, just wait for the sequence to run through, because it might be quite a long sequence, like that was 20 seconds or something. I think if we're in chromatic, now we'll run it, play it backwards because we're still in our reverse direction loop mode. It's very cool stuff. Very, very cool stuff. So let's do it again. Let's Let's leave it at normal speed. Set our thing on. We leave it on 12 seconds. Leave it on latch. Leave the decay on 0. And these won't matter because there's nothing in the loop. The start and end point of the loop, there's nothing there for them to do. We'll leave this. Well, I will have it on reverse direction because it'll still play forward. That's fine. We can leave this on dominant 7th as well. Let's have some shimmering going on, I guess. And maybe a... I'm going to take the... so I'll just run through a few presets, shall I? That's quite nice. Yeah, it's only a Volca FM. So, where are we at now? Did I say we was on... Might want a bit more on that. So... yeah, quite like that. That's quite a nice sound, but that's all down to the ring modulator. Yeah. Okay. So all I'm going to do is set my speed at half. And I think I'm getting 23 seconds max. But slightly deteriorated audio quality, but no, nothing drastic, you know what I mean? Lovely. That might be nice for that. What's the green box above the Volca? The Eventide ModFactor. So I'm gonna just jump in. That's lovely, that is. See, I can listen to stuff like this for ages. Just reverse it. That's just absolutely lush. It's very ethereal, isn't it? You know what I mean? So when it gets to the end now, it'll be very short. Remember, it has to run through its entire loop before it catches up with the start and end points again. Oh, here we go, look. Then we can kind of sweep through the rest of it. It's on my shoulder. Then you could take the output of this and feed it back into a And we could play with the filter. Mix it. Brilliant. I think it's fab. you're liking the video so far, guys, please strike the like. And of course, ModFactor is TimeFactor is primarily a delay. It's just that it's so cool that they put in such a cool looper in there. Do you know what I mean? It's not. It's like it's an afterthought. Let's put this incredible looper in there and allow you to do all this good. Not just any old looper. Oh no, let's make it do all sorts of cool stuff. But of course, as well, we do have our amazing. Let's go into I might have this routed wrong actually, I'm not sure. To use it as an effect. Oh, there we go. Reverse delays. It's sound design heaven, Eventide stuff. You know, when we come out of preset mode, and then we can just play around with the different algorithms. Some of them, like not in this one, but you've got in so far. We've got inside the ModFactor. We have the undulator, I think, and rotary, and then from space we definitely have. Let me just go through them. I think we have do we have a hall? We don't have hall yet, do we? We have or room, or we have plate, spring. Don't have dual verb, don't have reverse. We have black hole, mangled verb, shimmer. So I have the ability to totally change the sound. Epic. And Eventide tell me that the other pedal which makes up the four factor pedals is the pitch factor, which is mind-boggling, and that's supposed to be coming here on Tuesday, they tell me. So we should be getting into that, and that thing really is amazing. It's taken them so long to get me one because they never have them in the Eventide stuff they send me comes from America, from their office. Yes, no, David, yes. The actually just the space pedal has the actual. I have to press the thing to get in. But that setting black hole there, that is the exact same algorithm as you've got in your iPad, and also it's the same as, where's the little black hole pedal? Oh, it's over there. It's also exactly the same as the little black hole pedal as well. So that's wicked, that is. Yeah, the ModFactor is all the modulation stuff, like your flanges, your choruses, your wahs, your mod filters, rotary tremolos, vibratos, undulator and ring modulation. Then your TimeFactor is all your delays and echoes, like digital delay, vintage delay, tape echo, mod delay, duck delay, band delay, filter, ping, pong, multi-tap, reverse and looper. And then I can't see because the black your space pedal has black hole, mangled verb, tremolo verb, dyna verb, shimmer, hall, room, plate. The room is lovely. Room, plate, spring, dual verb, reverse, mod chorus verb, and black hole. So, but yeah, dual verb's lovely. So that's just, you're just hearing the dual verb now. That's cool. Anyway, there you go. Flipping heck, not an hour. Didn't think I'd take that long. Right, anyway. Mainly a look at TimeFactor's genius looper. Why they hid it away in there? They should just release it as a thing. That's cool, isn't it? Eh? Very, very cool. Guys, thanks so much for joining us this evening. Bless you all. It's really appreciated. Thank you very, very, very much indeed. Hope you enjoyed that. If nothing else, for the cool sounds we got as well. So, hello. Yeah. Awesome stuff, guys. I'll let you say ta-ra to each other for a few minutes, and yeah, I will see you very soon. Hopefully tomorrow, if as long as I'm feeling okay. The vaccine doesn't seem to affect me in any way whatsoever. I feel absolutely, you know what I mean. So it's not a problem. It's, you know, it's like when I'm playing with these guys. There's nothing different than normal. But as long as I feel okay tomorrow, I'll stream as normal. So, but you know, so far so good. So far I haven't had any issues. You know what I mean? So, okay, guys, bless you all. See you later. Ta-da.